All right, guys, bring back manly men. Who would have thought that that would have caused an absolute firestorm? Something as basic as saying that men are good for our society causes a firestorm, of course, on the left, because the left hates anything normal. Basically, if there is anything that looks remotely normal, the left sees it and they want to tear it down. They just cannot stand the idea that things are functioning and things are working and things are normal. Case in point, a man wearing a dress. Now, first off, let me just clarify something. When I originally tweeted about this was not an attack on Harry Styles. He happened to be the man in the dress, but really it was more of an attack on Vogue and the culture in general that is trying to shove this down our throats, right? This turning women into men and turning men into women has been the move on the left as of late, right? Women should want to go to work. You don't need a man. Shave your head, dye it pink, make yourself ugly, right? Because that's feminism and that's power and that sticks it to the patriarchy. Men, put on a ball gown, right? And strut on Vogue because somehow that shows that you're not normal and that's really empowering and forward. And quite frankly, I do not find men in dresses to be attractive. Women do not find men in dresses to be attractive. Do not believe women that are sitting here telling you, oh, I would love for my man to wear a gown on our wedding day. It's just not true. That's just woke, leftist feminists and typically people that follow Hollywood trends. Question I want to ask you guys about Hollywood, because this was almost the biggest issue that I was hitting at. When's the last time they've ever promoted anything good or anything functional? Just think about it. You can write it right now. When is the last time Hollywood has ever promoted anything good or anything functional, right? Hollywood is the conduit to all bad ideas. Anything that they are glorifying in Hollywood, you can guarantee you is going to ruin your life, right? So they want you to think that they're these little demigods. So suddenly Harry Styles puts on a dress and that's just what everybody should be doing, right? Or, oh, this is powerful. Quite frankly, from people who don't play the Hollywood game and live in the hills, if I see a man in a dress, I think he's a crackhead. Period, right? If you see that stuff, if you live in the projects, if you live on the streets and you see somebody a man wearing a dress, you assume that they have mental issues. And I want to be very clear, this is my opinion, I would never allow my kids near a man that's wearing a dress. That's my personal opinion. You can call that however you want to call that. I don't need to be woke to pretend that this sort of stuff is normal. It's not normal. It's completely not normal. To feminize men and to keep pretending that this is progressive. It's not progressive. I said what I meant. There is no society that can survive without strong men. People are sitting here critiquing that statement. Show me the society that survived without strong men. You have a whole lot of human history for you to look at, right? Men, the role of men is to defend. It's the role to protect. So all of you men who are sending me pictures of you in a dress and saying, oh, I'm still a man or I'm still a manly man, I am not calling on you when there's a world war. I am not calling on you when I'm in an emergency, okay? You can wear your dresses. Nobody has sat here and said, if you're a man in a dress, something bad should happen to you. I don't believe that. I believe people should live and do as they want. But I think it is wrong for our society to keep perverting things, to keep putting in the forefront forms of perversion, okay? Let me give you a couple of forms of perversion that people in Hollywood like to promote, aside from men wearing dresses, which I believe to be a perversion. It is perverted to me. I do not like seeing it. I am never going to promote it, and I'm not going to shove about that. A perversion is that Hollywood people, Hollywood elitists, also a bunch of women telling, oh, abortion's the best thing ever. Oh, I loved my abortion, Jamila Jahil, Miley Cyrus, abortion, right? That's her thing, abortion cake. That is a perversion, right? Women should be doing the exact opposite of that. Women should be nurturing. That is, women should think about how do we protect our children? How do we raise children? Not how do we rip them out of our bodies and glorify that. They glorify killing babies. They glorify men in dresses. They glorify WAP, WAPs, hitting the ground, 13-year-olds twerking and dancing, right? This is disgusting. This is everything the left and the Hollywood touches is a perversion. You cannot tell me, when is the last time you've seen Hollywood be like, let me promote this guy who goes to church on Sunday? That's a masculine man, by the way. People sitting here talking about, oh, masculinity means you want men to beat you. Like the dichotomy between wearing a dress, like if you don't wear a dress, that means that you beat women, is completely crazy. It's completely crazy. Let men be masculine. I like men that protect women, okay? Does not mean you beat women. You're sitting here glorifying people like Cardi B who are telling you it's to put your vaginas on the floor, right? And talk about what you can do with men behind closed doors. And Hollywood says, yay, let's make that viral. Harry Styles, yay, in a dress, let's make that viral. Miley Cyrus ripping live human beings out of your vagina, yay, so powerful, let's make it viral. You are all disgusting. I genuinely believe when I said Hollywood is satanic, I believe that from the bottom of my heart because I cannot think of something good that has come out of Hollywood. Tell me, what is it? You go, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is that you guys are glorifying. All of you little kids who are too young to understand that they are putting you on a path that is going to ruin your life. Examine the lives of the people. You may think they have money. Examine their personal lives of those celebrities that you follow. Actually go examine their personal lives and tell me if that's a life that you think you aspire to. Ask yourself a question. Do you think that person is happy? For everyone who keeps throwing me all of these rockers who wore dresses, okay, they were also all on drugs, right? Look at Kurt Cobain wearing this dress, Candace. Oh, he looked like a person that was very stable and mentally healthy. Let me go try to live my life like that. And again, this isn't an attack on Harry Styles. He just happened to be the man in the dress on the cover of Vogue. I like his music. Seems like a nice enough kid. I am talking about the fact that celebrities promote this stuff that in the end is toxic and harmful to establishments in this society, the biggest one being family. Everything the left does and touches, everything that these Holly weirdos promote is about destroying basic values that work. A nuclear family, a yin and a yang in the household, having a feminine and a masculine figure who raise solid kids with good values, kids that don't believe in twerking when they're 13 years old on the internet, kids that believe in that there is something bigger than themselves. The strand of narcissism that we see going through Hollywood is so satanic. I mean, Olivia Wilde telling me I'm pathetic. You're pathetic. Your whole Instagram is dedicated to you trying to make people believe you're a good person. Oh, but another black person died. Let me put it on my Instagram and show people how much I care. You're not doing anything to show you care because you're posting on your Instagram. Nobody cares about your black squares, Hollywood. Honestly, it's all about you all the time. And for all of you guys that are running around saying, oh, she's doing this for attention, I wasn't the person that put on a dress and went on the cover of Vogue. That would be for attention, because at the core of these people who you think are subversive and progressive and forward is a desperate need for attention, and they can never do enough to get that attention. This isn't about them being fulfilled or being happy or being comfortable in their own skin. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Virtually every person I've met in Hollywood is dying a silent death. You know, they're unhappy. They're not fulfilled. They don't have the things that we have. I mean, I am happily married. Got a kid on the way that should be here in 8 weeks. I don't find the need to put my vagina on the ground to show people how empowered I am. Forgive me. I don't need my husband to be in a dress strutting down the street because he's comfortable in his own skin. As I said, it's quite the opposite. I think what people are really upset about is that conservatives are not backing down to these Holly weirdos anymore. Okay, we don't need to sit here and pretend that any of the stuff that they are putting out is normal. Like, we can talk about family values, we can talk about men being men and women being women, and I'm so tired of society's attack on masculinity. Masculinity is sexy. Swing an axe, take care of your family, fish, hunt, shoot, do whatever it is that you do, you know, let the guys hang out with the guys. That stuff is not toxic. That stuff has been in society for a very long time, you know, since the beginning of humanity. We've had men protecting and defending. We've had women nurturing. And Hollywood, you guys are a bunch of clowns. Nobody cares. Genuinely, nobody cares what you think. Thanks, guys, for enjoying my little chat here on Instagram.